Okay, Shalom Akim, Kahalarim La, Yahab Hashem Yashab Hashem Hakodash, double honors to great Muslim apostles, Thadi Shah, for the strength and all to make this video. And Shalom once more to the Akim, Mr. Brother, Ratazar Racha Halawiyah, Ratazar meaning willing, Racha meaning spirit, and Halawiyah meaning praise Yahweh. And Yahab Hashem Yashah is the name of the Most High. Bah Hashem means in the name, and then Yahweh meaning he the deliverer, and Yahweh meaning he is, or he exists, or he is to be. So when I say Kal Halalim La, it means all praises to. So giving praises unto Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. But to the point of the video though, this is I named it war of the mind and spirit. Because as we're here in this flesh as well, we can't, this type of war that we're going through, the warfare of which we're in, it's really spiritual and of the mind, man. It's not really physical where, you use your hands to fight or you use a sword to fight. No. And even in today's world as well, even if you, just by observing the technology, the phone, the computer, the internet, they can be used for good as well, but Esau as well can use it for bad as well, leveraging the technology that he has. So, it's the war of the mind and the spirit. Esau's trying to gain control of the mind, trying to measure as much as possible, to control and be aware of whether people are, he actually wants to read thoughts, man, because it all goes down to Esau's major incentive to be like the Most High. And he's going to try and do that with technology. So that's one thing. And of the spirit as well, is because of the fact that we also deal with demons too. When it comes to demons, of course, demons entering vessels, demons orchestrating situations of which will try and hinder you, either in the truth or really just annoy you as well. Certain frustrations, could be with family members, could be with colleagues in the workplace, or any other, type of community like school or something for younger brothers as well, where you just got to deal with certain situations. So hence why, by knowing this, that we're in a war of the mind and the spirit, we know that of course we got, as the scriptures say, gird up thy loins as a man. But the way we gird up our loins as well, spiritually and to protect our mind, is through these scriptures, man. Meditating upon them diligently. That's Psalms 119:4. Meditating upon the precepts, because as we meditate upon these precepts, we're able to strengthen ourselves, to have a defense against these demons and principalities, man. So speaking of principalities, I might as well get that precept out. Actually, before that, let me get something else. So this is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. Yeah, verse 4 is the main point. Actually, I'm going to read verse 3. So 2 Corinthians 10, verse 3 to 4. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. So of course, despite us being alive right now, of course having to deal with our responsibilities like work and school or eating, sleeping and all that, it doesn't mean that we fight wars the same way as Esau does, man. Because he fights wars after the flesh, which means, with swords and guns. Swords back in the day, but right now it's the guns, and I think he's even got that laser guns as well. But that's more advanced technology that is only restricted for the military. So World War III is going to be something else, man. Esau's going to use all of it. So anyways, point is in verse 4, 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare, Israelites, our warfare, the sons of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, of the flesh, of physical things, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling of strongholds. So it says, I read verse 5 as well, casting down imaginations. Esau, why did the heathen imagine a vain thing? can think of that precept as well. I think that's in Psalms 1 or Psalms 2. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach Yahushua. So of course, in that time to come, well, in the time where Esau Edom would then be humbled after World War III, that's his kingdom being cast down, man. Now, whatever imaginations of what he tried to do after the mark of the beast, which, he's been talking about having transferring consciousness from the brain, of course, to a robotic body, man, because he strives for that immortality. That's the thing, but he won't be able to achieve it, because the max is to receive that MOTB or to implement it. That's the max that he'll go. That's that limit where it's like he can't go beyond it, man. Just like the ozone layer. That MOTB is the final prophecy where Esau's gonna be able to, show his power, and that's it. It'll be a done deal. Alright, so the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. So of course, through our spiritual warfare, it's far more powerful than the carnal warfare that Esau goes through. He may, obviously with the elites as well, they commune with demons, but the left-hand side is more carnal than the right-hand side anyways. So with the left-hand side, they're weaker than the right-hand side, because the right-hand side is more spiritual. So that was the case right there. And by us strengthening ourselves, as I said before, which I said in the previous video as well, that to strengthen or sharpen our weapons is by praying to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Fasting, that's another method as well. Because you humble the flesh, you exalt the spirit as well. You get more heightened in the spirit, more sensitive in the spirit. So another thing is also studying the scriptures, man. As I said in the beginning of this video, meditating upon the precepts diligently. And not just, of course, studying as well, but also, day-to-day life, man. When you're in certain situations, you would think about precepts in order to apply in those certain moments, which is where the experience then comes in with the scriptures. So that's the point right there. I was going to get something else too. You always have to understand, man, it's the demons that we're facing, not the actual vessels. It's the demons that we're facing, which they're just doing their job anyways. So the demons are simply doing their job on the left-hand side, the same way the angels are doing their job on the right-hand side in order to guide you and, of course, do the purpose of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, whom have assigned them to do what they need to do. So let me get Ephesians 6. This is Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So yeah, okay, this world is ruled by the wicked currently and temporarily, but his latter end will be a very great fall. So where it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, that goes into 2 Corinthians 10 and 4, man, about our weapons of our warfare not carnal. Because the flesh and blood are really controlled by the things of the spirit, man. In fact, I think Hebrews even speaks of that as well. The Hebrews speaks of that, man, about having our faith in things in the unseen, man. Which faith is part of the weapons of our warfare, man. Spiritual things, spiritual weapon, having faith and belief in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because obviously it's impossible to please Yahweh Shem Yahushai without faith. So I'll read verse 1 to verse 3. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 to 3. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So of course that's all about the angels. Of course we know and believe that demons exist as well, man, because brothers have their certain testimonies too. Dreams and of course visions, as well as just normal day-to-day experiences, man. You know, so for by it the elders obtain a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that the things which are seen were not made of the things, so that the things which are seen were not made of the things which do appear. So of course, the point is that really the things of which are seen with our physical eyes, it's not really formed by those of whom are physical. You know, for instance, a major example is just like the universe as well, man. Starting with the first fruits that were creating the earth and, you know, the Milky Way system and all those galaxies as well. And the angels are expanding it, you know, as we speak right now, man. You know, obviously you got certain angels with certain tasks, which we'll find out in the kingdom more and more. I mean, we'll find out more in the kingdom, man. So Yaratazar will keep enduring, and then we'll find out, get more information in it. So, but the point being is that faith is a major weapon, man, of this spiritual warfare. Because as I named the video, war of the mind and war of the spirit. And obviously, the spiritual things affect the physical things, which is pretty much proven by verse 3, where it says, through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. So the point is that, of course, as I explained before, the angels, you know, demons, they have an impact on the physical world as well. You know, that's why demons can use vessels, you know, to fulfill certain purposes, man. You know, which are assigned to them by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Same way are the angels too, man. You know, they can assist us in certain times. That's why brothers have their multiple, have many testimonies on angel experiences, man, or even, you know, certain demon stories as well. I remember there was one of Apostle Gabar made on the really a past experience of you know, another high priest, which I'm not going to mention in this video, but you know, if you search for it, I think it's the cautionary tale of High Priest Chazak. It's a different one. It's an older one, not the one that we got currently. I think the elder of Mississippi, if I recall correctly. But yeah, man. So you know, brothers got their experiences. You know. So, but going back to the topic though. Hold on. Going back to the topic though, the things which are spiritual affect the things that are physical. That's the point I'm trying to extract from Hebrews 11 verse 3. The things which are spiritual have a strong impact on things that are physical, you know. So Esau trying to fight a war with obviously, you know, he does a diligent search as well, you know, because he uses psychological tactics, you know, fear and faith. You know, either you believe in something a lot as a way of motivating someone, or you fear something, that's a way of motivating someone as well. And Esau tends to use fear as a tactic to motivate people to take a certain action that he desires for them to take. And that's going to be used at its height during the MOTB season. Right, let me get a precept as well. Because yeah, we are at war in the mind and in the spirit as well. Because spirit, we've got to deal with demons. In the mind, we've got to deal with Esau's, you know, agenda and all these psychological tactics of manipulation as well. That's why we've got to guard up our minds. As I said, praying, fasting, you know, faith obviously is there as well. You know, as I mentioned, the scriptures there, as well as of course, meditating upon the precepts, studying the scriptures, man. Because even just the story accounts as well, you can learn things from them too. You know, so let me get another precept too. The war of the mind and spirit. You know, because for a wise person, I did mention this in the other video as well, a wise person would know that, okay, so if you got demons and angels, because really the adversary uses demons as well, man, to try and oppress the righteous too. You know, Esau and their secret societies, of course, they're going to be performing things, you know, to try and affect the righteous. But even that as well, even just regular old demons there, well, I say regular old demons, but even just demons too, you know, they're assigned to us to try and hinder us in this truth, man, in progression and keeping us from getting stronger and growing. So with that, you know, we've got to get stronger, man, and pray for strength. Now, Proverbs 5. So 4, 23, Proverbs 3 and 1. So this is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart, which is the mind, keep my commandments. Now, of course, we know that because of these chains of darkness of which we're in right now, it's not possible to keep all the commandments within the scriptures. Although we do try to keep the ones that we can keep. That's the point. Hence why the grace of Yahushua, the favor of Yahushua is needed, man. In order for us to gain that salvation and get out of it, because of these, because of the wickedness of the world, man. As what did it say in Micah 2 and 10? Might as well get, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, something like that. Try to get Micah 2 and 10. So this is Micah, yeah, pretty much say it, but I'll read it. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So of course, with all the wickedness and all the things that we see, things out of order, the frustrations as well, and all the stress on top of it, of just having to see it and witness it and have nothing to, and can't really do anything but, pray to Yahweh Shemi Ashai to speed up the destruction of this place. If it was to go on for like 30, 40, 50 more years, it would be a done-out case, man. Remember when I mentioned about Esau trying to transfer consciousness? They got movies on that as well. I think one of them is called Transcendence. That's on Amazon Prime if any of you want to watch it. Of someone who transferred their consciousness, man. Trying to hack souls. So basically, we know that all spirits go back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua in the heavens, man. But what Esau's trying to do is basically pull back that spirit and transfer it into a more degradable body. Which, with the robot bodies, they're more degradable because of the fact that it's just metal in it. But anyways, Esau Edom, Isaiah 14:14, trying to be like the Most High. He ain't gonna achieve it. That's the point. He won't achieve it. As I said, the limit is the MOTB. And just as we read the scriptures, that should be a stone cold faith, man, that we have. Let's see. Let me see if I can get another piece. I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna have to wrap this video up soon. Because I think the point is pretty much proven, man. In order to strengthen our minds, we need to read the scriptures, study, fast, pray to Yahweh Shemashah for more strength. And that's the way we sharpen our minds and our spirits in order to be more defendable against demons and of course the adversaries in the flesh as well, which is Esau Edom being the main one. So there's all these heathens as well. So Proverbs 4, let's see. Proverbs 4 and 23. Keep thy heart, thy mind. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Issues, if you search up the source word, well, the root word is, I don't know the root word, but I know it means source. So out of it are the sources of life, man. If we keep our mind with all diligence, diligence means with careful and persistent effort, which means the ongoing study, the ongoing praying, the ongoing, regular fast that we do execute, that will all help with keeping up our mind, man, in a nourished state, and in a strong state when Esau Edom tries to descend on us, which obviously when the enemy comes in as a flood, Yahweh Shemashah will lift up a standard against him. Spiritual power, angels coming in to intervene, all sorts of miracles to happen, man. So even though physically it doesn't look like we're going to win, the typical underdog story, man. Because of the fact that we're spiritual and we know that spiritual conquers the flesh, at the end of the day, we ain't got nothing to worry about, man. Hence why we have our confidence in Yahweh Shem Yashai to keep refining us until that day where, you know, it keeps us from the hour of temptation. Of course, as we say, Yahweh Tazar, that we're kept from the hour of temptation, man. We're ready for it as well, to reject it as well, you know, because, you know, man's going is of the Lord. Hence why we have to remain humble and keep praying for strength for that time to come. And that praying for strength means that we're going to go through tests in order to refine ourselves and get stronger. So with that war of the mind and the spirit, training is required prior to that too, man, with previous tests. We know that the issues of life, you know, going back to Proverbs 4 and 23, the issues of life, the source of life, you know, are these scriptures really, you know, the ultimate life book. And from there, you know, we'll be able to know what decisions to make, you know, to help us to gain that salvation, Yahweh Tazah. Right, so let me get this final precept, then I'm gonna close out. Hold on. 2 Peter 1 and 10. Alright. 2 Peter 1 verse 10 says, "Say, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fall." That's the wisdom we have. If we're giving diligence to keep our mind, you know, we're going to get life, man, as it says in Proverbs 4 and 23. As well as we're not going to fall at all. We know that Esau Edom's going to fall because he lacks the wisdom of the scriptures. And of course, he lacks the wisdom of the scriptures because he's a carnal man. And of course, demons are going to leverage on that. Anyways, man, you know, demons always leverage on the flesh, which hinders against the spirit anyway. So of course, Esau Edom, being a full man of carnality of the flesh, you know, can't reason the spirit. You know, that's why his downfall is imminent as well. That's part of the reason why his downfall is imminent. So yeah, as for us, we're giving diligence to the spiritual things. Hence why in the long run, we're not going to fall. That's the point. Yahweh Tazah, of course, that we are the elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. But yeah, I'm going to end it off there. You know, the point really is that we sharpen our spiritual weapons, you know, with studying the scriptures, of course, spiritual warfare, not spiritual warfare, fasting, you know, having faith, of course, in Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, which of course that is trained up the longer you are in this truth too, with certain experiences, as well as, I feel as if I mentioned the fourth one. But yeah, prayer, fasting, and faith, man. That's the core one right there. Oh, and of course, meditating upon the precepts diligently. Psalms 119 and 4. But yeah, Shalom, Akim, Yarosazoy, that you're edified, you've understood the main point of the topic. And yeah, it's been the brother Ratazar Racha, Halawaya. Yeah, Shalom, Kahala Imla, Yahweh Hashem Yashai, Bashar HaKodash. Double honors to the great Muslim apostles as well. Shalom once more.